folks, welcome to another video here in the Microsoft Sim. Got a couple of updates to look at today. An update to the Sim itself, or a patch to the Sim update. Taking the Sim to version 1.25.9.0. Although, as we say in the aviation world, 1.25.9.0 doesn't sound right though, does it? It may be technically correct, but I'm a bit of a point man myself, a bit of a simple bloke. And we've also got an update to this aircraft. On your screen, this is of course the Flysimware Chancellor C414AW. This one's recently got an update to version 1.9.0. Yeah, I'm not going to try the decimal thing anymore. I haven't flown it for a bit. It's gone through some changes, this aircraft. The developer has kept his word, and we must be getting close to a kind of release candidate. Is that what the cool kids call it? A sort of actual production release? Yeah, I haven't flown it since about 1.6.0. So I've probably missed out on a whole bunch of updates. We'll have a look at what the latest update did. I believe that there's been some changes to the sounds. Hopefully some improvements to the sounds. Although the sounds were okay. Ish. They're okay-ish in this aircraft. But love the bird. Love flying it. Folks, should I tell you where we are and where we're going? Should probably tell myself. So I'll give myself a little bit of a pre-flight briefing. So let me do that and share that with you. Alright, little nav map. Today, folks, we find ourselves in Scotland. I don't spend a lot of time up here. I used to, and prepared quite a bit. I used to love flying that little bloody Lancer Legacy around this part of the world, through the hills and low level down the locks and all that sort of stuff, and it was bloody good fun. Virtually orgasmic, you might say. Well, maybe not quite. I enjoy my simming, but you know, not that much. Folks, we begin our journey in Edinburgh down here, and we're going to end up in Inverness, up in the north. Now, I could go a direct route, you know, point to point, and maximise my virtual coin in FS economy, but where's the fun in that? So what I've done is sort of plot a route that kind of follows the A9 road. So leaving Edinburgh and sort of heading north across the bridge, and then up overhead Kinross, and then Perth's up here. I don't know these places terribly well, folks. I love the names though of some of these joints in Scotland. Absolutely love them. Yes, over across to Killiecrankie. That's an Australian an Australian version of it. I'm not going to try my Scottish accent on the channel. I do one, but it's pretty ordinary, and I'd need to consume a few more bevies before I got up the courage to give it to you. To give it to you. Sound like I'm talking to Jude. Jude is on board, folks. We'll say hello to her in a minute. Yeah. Anyway, continuing up the A9, Colin Bridge. Yep. Continuing our journey north. There's Inverness itself, the main town, and then Inverness Airport, up to the sort of northeast there, right on the shores of Moray-Firth. Yeah. So 122 nautical miles is our planned journey today. So about 100 miles as the crow flies, but 122 won't take us long. 35 minutes apparently. Looks like VFR conditions, so it should be a bit of fun. We'll do this at low level, sort of plan 4.5, something like that. That should be okay, but we'll see en route. We'll adjust as necessary. So Edinburgh to Inverness, FS economy run. Let's go flying. As promised, folks, Jude's on board. How are you, Jude? Jude's on board and I'm on her lap. Would you rather be anywhere else? Well, Jude probably would prefer that I was somewhere else, like in my own seat. You got some glistening happening in your hair, love. What's that? New product? Hey? Scottish Jude. looks and sounds a lot like Australian Jude, and South American Jude, and Asian Jude. Just quietly. You're nothing if not consistent. What's this going? Oh, look at that. You probably prefer that. It blocks me out. Hey? But I don't like it, Jude. I don't get to appreciate your freckled self if I pull the visor down. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get us started, jumping back over into my own seat, taking the weight off Jude's lap. I'll get us started, find a runway, probably heading towards, I think it's 2-4 or something like that. Is it here at Edinburgh? Had to remember where we were. I'll get us started, folks, and on our way up towards Inverness. All right, lining up runway 24 Edinburgh, folks. Taking the full length because, as we know, that's how Jude likes it. Yes, I may not be... I may be absent from the world of YouTube these days, but the absence isn't improving my jokes, is it? Why am I struggling to maintain? I feel like if I jump outside, I feel like my nose wheel was pointed hard left. Hit the brakes. Oh, that was quite violent, wasn't it? Jump back inside. Sneak a peek at Jude. So we've got a right-hand turn after departure, and we've got a nice little 10-knotter headwind here, runway 24. We'll just line the old heading bug. Get that sorted. We've got our flap set. We've got our trims good. We'll change that CDI. So yeah, right turn over, basically over the bridge, and then whatever. Yep. All right, good. Everything's okay. We'll go transponder to altitude reporting. We're good there. Landing lights, which are down here, we should probably whack them on. Taxi lights can come off. Everything else is pretty good. We won't need to worry about pitot heat. It's a beautiful day here. Nice and bright. Let's do it. Introduce some juice. Oh, that's pretty good sound. That's nice. Oh, yeah. Someone get the old fella a cigarette. He's going to enjoy this one. Beautiful. I can probably think about rotating about here, can't we? Yeah, I reckon we can. Airborne, positive rate and all that. Gear coming up. We'll fly runway heading for a couple of 100 feet and then make the right turn. Oh, lovely. Come back on the prop a little bit. There we go. Can make that right turn, I think. Get rid of those flaps and get on our way. Give us a shout in the comments if you hail from this part of the world. I do know that there's quite a few viewers in the UK on the channel. Hello to you all. Hope you're all safe and well. Hope to be spending a little bit more time in your part of the world in the virtual sense. An upcoming video will bring us back to the UK for a Planes and Trains episode. There's the bridges. Yeah, looking forward to that Planes and Trains episode. Actually, been doing a little bit of pre-work. I occasionally do a little bit of preparation for videos, just to inform myself. I don't think they actually translate to a better video. Don't get me wrong, you know, keep your expectations low if you're watching this channel. But yes, I've learned a thing or two in my research. Listen to me, all fancy research. People that know me in real life know that my research on anything is typically pretty limited. Anyway, folks, shall we engage Georgie and engage my ability to speak properly as well? There we go. So we'll continue our climb up towards 4.5. We'll take nav hold here. Actually, we'll take nav hold now. Why not? We'll climb out at about 500 feet a minute. Nice, gentle climb. Now, our needle won't line up with our track precisely, but that's okay. Let me jump outside for you Not that button, this button. There we go. Beautiful, isn't it a beautiful day? Look at that, those bridges are well modelled, huh? You can see we're getting pushed by that breeze. How beautiful is that? Oh, that's magic. Absolutely gorgeous. Alright folks, I'll continue our journey. Check back in with you during the sort of cruise portion of the flight. Won't be a long video, but in the next segment we'll have a look at the recent sim update or patch, and then also the update to this aircraft. Alrighty folks, settle nice in the cruise at 4.5. This is the patch that's just come through overnight my time, taking the sim to version 1.25.9.0. A general bug fix is how the developers refer to it. They say, unfortunately, 4 weeks of beta testing with 2 build updates did not help us clearly identify some crashes related to operations on the world map when downloading packages. I'm not going to read word for word, folks. I'll just make a comment there about their beta testing. Something's not right. There's some stuff that's released in these updates that really should be caught, I would think. I have no insight into their beta testing, but every update that they release breaks stuff. That's kind of a given, kind of. But some of the stuff, like break stuff in terms of third-party content and whatever, right? You kind of have to expect that. However, they release stuff, they release updates that have fundamental flaws for a lot of people and cause a lot of frustration. And when you can't opt out of the updating process, it doesn't make for a great user experience. So you'd have to wonder whether their beta program is actually delivering on objectives. Maybe we say. Anyway, folks, these are all the changes. How many of them have affected me? I don't know that any of them have. I'm just quickly scanning through. I've been pretty fortunate, right? So I make this commentary recognising that I've been one of the lucky ones. I've had a pretty good experience after Sim Update 9, with one exception. I had one flight which I got an old CTD on for reasons unknown. No idea. An aircraft that I fly regularly in a part of the world that I fly frequently didn't or wasn't doing anything unusual as far as I'm aware. Crashed to desktop. I have experienced a lot of the connectivity issues that others are reporting. That has become a little bit too frequent for my liking. But again, it's one of those things that what can you do about it? Well, you can turn the sim off, go and do something else with your life. I've done that. I kind of don't really have much of a choice. The universe is kind of helping me in that respect. But yeah, it is frustrating, and I get it. But anyway, they're the changes that have been released as part of the patch. Hopefully, that makes for a better experience for more people in the sim. Next, we'll have a look at the update to the aircraft. We will have a look at the log, the change log for this aircraft, folks, but I just wanted to take the opportunity to have a bit of a gander from the outside view of this part of the world. It's just so beautiful. Loving it. It's a beautiful day, that helps. Is that the A9 down here, folks? Locals? I'm kind of guessing that it is. What a beautiful part of the world in which to live, eh? Good challenging flying up here. I kind of regret not visiting more often. As I said, I used to spend a lot of time here and prepared. My little legacy, turning and burning through the hills, but it never looked this good. This is fantastic. Georgie's making the turn. Yeah, that would be the A9 here, right, underneath the right wingtip, up towards Inverness. What's the driving time between Edinburgh and Inverness? Feel free to share that in the comments as well. folks, let's have a look at the changelog for version 1.9.0 of this aircraft. Alright, so this is the changelog. It's a nice simple text file that the developer releases alongside the aircraft update. So new features. New engine sounds from Sim Acoustics. Is that right? Acoustics. New wind sounds. Both new features change volume based on side windows. Ah, okay. I never open the side window. I should probably do that in a future video. Altitude alerter, 1,000 foot tone. I didn't notice that, but thank you. Updates. Starter crank sound now needs battery. Yeah. Fuel flow rate and engine power updated. He's been playing with the fuel flow rate since the early days, and engine power updated. Was there a drama with the engine power, was it? It seems to be performing as I expect in terms of power. Well, of course it would. It's been updated. Idiot. The VOR 2 gauge on the GNS 530, I never use it, and the DME logic and format issues. Yeah, it doesn't affect me either. No, do not use the Sims Auto Start. Yeah, I think we've seen it before. Come visit our Discord server. Yeah, I've got a Discord server. I rarely visit it, folks. I know that there are people that prefer to sort of communicate there. I find Discord a bit painful, to be honest. I'm an old fella. I'm not a social media guy. I'm not a social guy, to be honest. So yeah, my apologies if you come and visit my Discord server and there's crickets. Yeah, I don't get there very often. Sim Acoustics is creating a new engine sound pack. Okay, so does that mean they're still working on it? New engine sound pack, new engine sounds. Are they do? I don't know. I'm a little bit confused there. And I got the default FLC mode to finally work. Oh right, okay. I vaguely remember there being some issues there. The autopilot's been a little bit troublesome in this aircraft, although I found it pretty good for the most part, but I don't expect too much of it. Yeah, anyway, thank you to the developer, Mr. Flysimware, for continuing to update this aircraft. You must be getting close to that production release, I would expect, and thank you for holding up your end of the bargain. We essentially bought into the beta testing program, and you've kept it updated. You've listened, and that deserves to be called out. It's a credit to you. Thank you, sir. Folks, I might continue the journey. We're about 21 minutes away from touchdown. I think I'll join you again closer to Inverness. I'm going to enjoy the scenery in the meantime. All right, we should probably think about a descent down towards Inverness. Loch Ness over there in the distance, folks. The famous Nessie resides there, or does she? Shall we descend? We probably should. Actually, you know what, Georgie? I'm going to give you an early mark, champ, as we enter some cloud, and I'm going to make a turn direct towards Inverness Airport. Echo Golf Papa Echo. It's a beautiful day in Edinburgh, and it's a beautiful day in Inverness as well. Folks, can I take this opportunity to say thank you for your support and your kindness, and I really do appreciate the comments that people share on the videos, and I'm glad that people sort of get something from the experience, whether it's education or just a bit of entertainment, a bit of an escape. That's we all need that, and I appreciate you sharing that with me. I do try and answer any questions that are posed. I do try and help fellow members of the community. I feel that's an obligation and a responsibility that anyone who has a channel kind of has, and I'm always interested in helping. There are some answers that I simply don't have. There are some things that people experience in their sim that I don't experience, and it's difficult for me to help if I can't repeat the issue. And I am sometimes a little bit delayed in responding to questions, but I always will try and answer. So just be patient. A little bit challenging at the moment. I'm not checking my YouTube comments as frequently as I once did, and I'm trying to sort of get out a video a week. At the moment, I think I'm meeting that schedule. But yeah, just be patient. If I haven't responded to a question as yet, I will get to it. But here we go. We're going to land. Wow, it looks like we've got a bit of a southwesterly blowing here at Inverness. Is that what locals call it? Do you have a nickname for Inverness? I don't know. I just made one up. Probably offended the population of Inverness in the process, but I'm pretty good at doing that. I offend Jude on a pretty regular basis just by existing in the world, don't I, Jude? How are you, Jude? You all right? You enjoyed this? This has been good fun. This has been really enjoyable, hasn't it? Yeah, don't get carried away though, Jude. I've enjoyed this, and it's kind of a reminder to myself, and I'll share this with others. If you're not enjoying your hobby, stop doing it. There are some people I feel that really suffer for their simming, you know? It's like, give it a break for a while. If you're not having a good time, go and do something else. I often sort of wonder, you know, it goes through people's mind to struggle and seemingly post all the problems with simulators. You wonder, do you ever actually enjoy any of them? We're a little high here, folks, and we're flying a pretty oblique downwind here to whatever runway that is in Inverness. We probably will need to say, we'll get some flap out here because we can. I'll just turn that sound up for myself a little bit. Yeah, airport's sort of down there. We're going to be high, but we'll be all right. I think we can. I think we can do all right here. I think we can rescue this one. I probably should put the landing lights on. Oh, they are on. I don't remember doing that, but all right. I must have. Take a view out there. Where's our runway? There it is. Oh, we're definitely high. I might take gear as well, and second stage of flap just to help us get down. We're going to land with a decent old headwind. Runway in sight, Inverness, Scotland. Don't tell me it's going to be runway 24 again. Is it? Or 23? One of those. Place your bets. I'm going to bet on 23. There you go, flaps full now. Still really, really high. Speed starting to come off. We can go even further, reducing the power there. We'll retrim a bit more. We're going to come in a little bit hot. Speed not really coming off as I would like. Now she is. Here we go. Retrimming. No runway markings. It is 2-3. I saw that. It's weird, that concrete texture. Runway 2-3 Inverness, folks. Well, she's getting a bit wobbly on it. Righto, into a flare. Try not to float it out too far. Not too far, mate. There we go, on the centre line. We should pull up pretty quickly. That was a nice headwind. Oh, lovely. Look, we'll get off to the left. Get our flaps coming up as we roll out. There you go, folks. Edinburgh to Inverness. We looked at a couple of updates. The patch to the sim and update 1.9.0 to this aircraft. Thanks as always for your company and for your support. We'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.